The John Eagle family of dealerships is proud to sponsor School Zone Dallas, a showcase of DISD's successful commitment to prepare all students to graduate with the knowledge and skills to become productive and responsible citizens.
It's the Dallas Independent School District front and center, as today, School Zone Dallas comes to you from the Henry W. Longfellow Career Exploration Academy.
Here, students learn all about what it takes to build a successful career, as well as get hands-on experience in 62 different locations.
We'll be taking a closer look at the Longfellow Academy throughout the show, but first, let's take a look at some of the other DISD stories that are heading your way.
Hi, I'm Orlando. I'm here at Pennington Field, where we'll hit the gridiron with a 5th grade science teacher who can more than hold her own. You don't want to miss it.
Hi, I'm Enrique. They say a picture paints 1,000 words. I'll show you how later on in the show.
Check this out, a traveling music studio on tour with the Black Eyed Peas, where we'll get to see some DISD students create their very own song and a music video to go along with it.
All of that and a whole lot more.
So get set to see a side of the Dallas Independent School District like you've never seen it before, right here on School Zone Dallas. Hi, I'm Darrell, a senior at the Law Magnet High School at the Yvonne A. Ewell Townview Magnet Center in the Dallas Independent School District.
And I'm Joanna, a senior at Booker T. Washington High School for the Performing and Visual Arts. Welcome to a brand new edition of School Zone Dallas, and better yet, welcome to Henry W. Longfellow Career Exploration Academy, where the school motto is excellence every day.
And here on School Zone Dallas, we love to celebrate excellence, both here at Longfellow and throughout the school district. Check this out. It doesn't get any better than this. Newsweek magazine has named the School for the Talented and Gifted at the Yvonne A. Ewell Townview Magnet Center the top school in the country.
Also on the list at number 8 is Townview School of Science and Engineering. Not one, but 2 DISD schools named within the top 10 of being the best in the nation. Awesome!
But hey, let's gear up and head out to our first story at Eduardo Mata Elementary, where we'll meet a teacher who not only teaches 5th grade science, but just so happens to play a little professional football on the side. Here's Orlando with more.
Thanks, guys. I'm here at Eduardo Mata Elementary, just outside of the 5th grade science lab, taught by a very unique teacher, Miss Mary Williams. Check it out.
I have been teaching for 4 years. I just like the fact that I can make a difference with kids. When the light bulbs go off and they go, oh, I get it now, that's the best part.
You know, the kids just really love her. She's an exciting person to be around with, and the kids just can't wait to get to her class, and they really seem to enjoy themselves a whole lot.
Tree. Okay, make sure you write that down for your purpose. Oh, and by the way, I play women's professional football. The thing that got me into football specifically is the fact that I have always liked football. I'd always watch the guys play. My dad played, and it seemed like each place I went, there was always a gym. There was always somebody wanting to play softball or baseball, but they never really wanted to play football. They always wanted to play flag football. And I didn't want to play flag football because you can't hit anybody in flag football. Being a member of the Dallas Rage is really serious work. I mean, it takes a lot of time and effort and dedication. It's hard to go to a job in the morning, go to practice, go home sore, get up the next morning, go back to work, and maybe have one day off or whatever, and then go back again the next day back to work, and then practice. Next thing you know, here comes a game. You got to be ready.
She's definitely a team player. We really appreciate having her. She's always pleasant. She's got a good attitude. She fits in well.
Mary Williams is a great player for us. She's going to play the running back for us, and she does a good job. She can fill in, play linebacker if she needs to, do special teams. It's one of the hardest working people that we have.
I like to be able to prove people wrong. Most people think girls can't play football, and once they come to a game and they see us play, then they're like, oh, okay, you're right, you can play football. So that's the best.
It almost goes without saying, but for Miss Williams, her professional football career certainly influences her role as a full-time teacher.
No, in the microscope, thank you, yeah. You can use football analogies for science. If we're doing a physics lesson, I could say when you throw a football this way, or we can talk about inertia and potential energy, kinetic energy, stuff like that. And the kids sort of, they get it a little bit better. Being a professional football player, the kids knowing that, they realize, okay, number one, I'm probably not going to take any nonsense. So they don't push the envelope. All I have to do is kind of adjust my voice or just look at them. Line up, let's go! And they know I'm serious.
I thought it was great being a science teacher and a football player at the same time, because not many people could do that. And I thought it was amazing because she's a female football player.
They are determined to be role models for other young girls, to show that whatever they want to do, they can achieve, whether it's on the field, off the field, or both.
I just want kids to realize, and I know they ask me this all the time, and they'll say, well, I can't do that, and I'm like, why can't you? If I can play football, you can do anything you want. All you have to do is study and practice. And that, I think, is a good positive role model for them, because they know that if they try hard enough, they can do whatever they want to do. And I wouldn't have it any other way.
Both in the classroom and on the field, Miss Mary Williams has proven beyond a shadow of a doubt that anything you set your mind to and work hard to accomplish will come true. For School Zone Dallas, I'm Orlando.
Thanks, Orlando. What a fun story.
And while we're on the subject of athletics, let's take a moment to celebrate and recognize the success of both the Roosevelt and South Oak Cliff High School basketball teams for winning the state championship. The Golden Bears and Mighty Mustangs prove that the best basketball in Texas is being played in Oak Cliff. In fact, it's the second state championship in a row for South Oak Cliff.
That's quite an accomplishment. And here now to spotlight another DISD accomplishment, let's meet up with Enrique, who'll show us just how students at H.S. Thompson Learning Center found beauty in the world through their eyes.
Thanks, Darrell and Joanna. In today's fast-paced world, we need to make time to appreciate the beauty that's all around us. Let's see how some DISD students from South Dallas made time stand still.
They must know how to pose or something.
I need them to come out to make it where it's a beautiful picture.
The program itself is called Point of View. It's a program that was initiated by the agency, Art and Education Agency Preservation Link, and supported by the Foundation of Community Empowerment. This is our third year with the same 5 schools feeding into Lincoln, Pearl C. Anderson, Charles Rice, H.S. Thompson, J.J. Rose. It is an empowerment type program that involves multimedia, particularly photography, for the young students at these schools.
These photo field trips were scheduled during school hours and usually within walking distance from the school. The students used digital and 35mm disposable cameras. Their goal was to capture images from their point of view that tells a story of themselves and the community in which they live.
A lot of emotion, a lot of excitement. They have taken it now on their own to go out and to search out the beauty in their own community.
The first day I went with the camera was exciting. I learned how to use the parts of the camera to zoom in on the picture.
With this particular program, Point of View, the curriculum is 3-tiered. The first tier is we meet with the students and discuss the theme. This year, the theme being something beautiful, dealing with the community. And the students are challenged to write about something and compose a paper using the writing process on the theme, something beautiful in their neighborhood. Once they've composed their thoughts, then we put that aside, so to speak, and we utilize the cameras. And we go out in the neighborhood and we document supporting our written ideas and our written thoughts. The third situation is what we're doing here today. We're coming in, we're looking at our proofs, we're looking at our images that we've created, and we're in groups to conceptualize this one thought on the theme, which is something beautiful.
This is my first year working with the program, and I was a Lincoln graduate, so it's a great opportunity for the kids and myself as well, because I have the opportunity to give back to the community which I came from.
All right.
There you go. Nice and still. You can turn to a statue.
The Foundation for Community Empowerment is 11 years old now. It was started in 1995 by Don Williams, who is the Chair Emeritus of Trammell Crow Company. And the idea was to really focus on strengthening low-income neighborhoods in Dallas. About 3 years ago, we started a relationship with Preservation Link. Dave Herman, who runs that, did a lot of photography for us at a lot of our projects. And so we thought it'd be a wonderful opportunity to pair him up in the relationship we had with him taking photography for us with the children in South Dallas.
Oh, that's cool. The students' work will be displayed at the Dallas Museum of Art through a photo-based exhibition entitled Through the Eyes of Our Children, Something Beautiful, beginning May 9th, followed by exhibits at the African American Museum, South Side on Lamar Gallery, City Art Celebration, and other galleries and museums throughout the year. For School Zone Dallas, I'm Enrique.
Thanks, Enrique.
You're watching School Zone Dallas, the show that brings you the best in the Dallas Independent School District. Right now, we're here in the drafting room at the Henry W. Longfellow Career Exploration Academy. Learning what it takes to be an architect is just one of the many careers students study here.
A lot of talent passes through this room, and as talented as our students prove to be, we can't stress enough the talent found in the more than 10,000 educators in DISD. We'll catch up with Edward, who will introduce to us a very unique teacher.
He excels inside and outside the classroom. It's the legend of Sam Bass.
My name is Edward, and I'm on a mission. I'm looking for the baddest, wildest dude this school district has ever known. His name? Sam Bass. Sam Bass was an outlaw who robbed trains right here in North Texas in the late 1800s. He and his gang were planning to rob a bank when he came face to face with the sheriff. Bass was shot and killed on his 27th birthday. But that's not the Sam Bass I'm after. No, I'm after the Sam Bass who teaches fine art at Alex Sanger Elementary School.
I've known since I was a small child that I wanted to be a teacher. And, I think it's partly because I like being in charge, and I really enjoy being around children and working with children and teaching them new things.
It's not blue, is it? It's not blue or white. It's not the normal colors of water. What color is it mostly? Pink. Orange and pink.
Mr. Bass is like a really, really cool teacher because he does a lot of wacko stuff that a bunch of the other teachers don't do.
Well, I enjoy the children the most because you have to in order to stay in teaching. I also enjoy being part of a faculty because you get to be such a close-knit family. And of course I enjoy the hours.
They say this Sam Bass has a big secret, and that's what I'm after. And I won't rest until I track him down and make him sing like a bird.
This is my third year singing with the Turtle Creek Chorale. My favorite thing in the world to do is sing, and so when I moved to Dallas, actually, I found that group. I found my out-of-town family.
All is well, all is well.
Occasionally, I will audition for a solo with the Turtle Creek Chorale. And this Christmas, All Is Well was one of the solos that was available. And I thought, well, I'll try that one out, and auditioned for it, and turns out I got it. So I was real excited about that.
So he sings, but Dad doesn't answer my question. Just what is this big secret of his? What is he not telling us? Why am I asking you?
A friend of mine said, oh, come on, you need to go audition for this group I perform with. So I said, well, what's the group? He said, well, the Maniacs are having an audition. Oh, I could never do that. And he said, well, come on and go to the auditions anyway. So I went, and They had 200 guys audition. They narrowed it down to about 20, and then they called my name out, and I made it. So it's been a lot of fun.
We're going to the playoffs!
Well, the Maverick Maniacs are a supportive group of the Dallas Mavericks. We are at the games trying to hype up the crowd and the audience and get them going. One of the requirements for the audition for the Mavs Maniacs is that you have to be willing to show a lot of skin, especially around your stomach. And so I made sure when I went to audition for the Maverick Maniacs that my shirt was cut off and my big belly was hanging out. So yeah, and fortunately my belly is not the biggest on the squad. Somebody once asked me what my hobbies were. And I said, well, I sing with the Turtle Creek Chorale and I'm a Mavericks Maniac. Between teaching and doing those two things, that's all my time and that's what I enjoy.
So there you have it. Sam Bass, outlaw, singer, Mavs Maniac, fantastic teacher. Mystery solved. My work here is done. For School Zone Dallas, I'm Edward.
Thanks, Edward. You made quite the cowboy.
We've taken a look at exceptional teachers and students. Now it's time to look at another vital component in DISD success, dedicated volunteers.
And if you think you're too old to be a volunteer, you'd better think again.
Hi, I'm Rafael. You know, volunteers are very special people. They're even more special when they're 96 years old. Once a week, a van load of volunteers pulls up to Martin Luther King Learning Center in South Dallas. They're part of a group called Off Our Rockers, organized by the Senior Source of Dallas, and they love reading to students. One of the volunteers is 78 years old, another is 84, and Miss Ezell Anthony is 96. Both students and volunteers benefit from the experience.
It really is very beneficial for everybody involved. A lot of times, children maybe don't get to know their grandparents. They may not live close to them, and so this gives them that intergenerational interaction with them. And then it's also good for the older adults because it lets them have the opportunity to share their experiences and just really get to love the kids.
Some kids don't have grandmothers or great-grandmothers, so when the elderly ladies come to the school, it's a good feeling that you've got an elderly person with a lot of wisdom. They've got a lot of love to give the kids, so it helps the kids with their self-esteem and just gives them that warm, fuzzy feel.
This year, there are more than 90 Off Our Rockers volunteers who spend time with students in 33 DISD schools. Miss Anthony started volunteering 12 years ago when she was only 84.
And I'm thankful today at my age, I didn't sit around and waste time. I was trying to do something to help somebody. Because when you help other people, you're helping yourself. I believe that. I find it for myself. With all my heart, I believe that when you're helping somebody, you're helping yourself too.
We just little old ladies don't have anything else to do, and we come over here to see if we can help you all.
The Off Our Rockers volunteers are living proof that no matter how old you are, you can still make a valuable contribution to the lives of students in the Dallas Independent School District. For School Zone Dallas, I'm Rafael.
What an inspiration!
There's no doubt that the more than 30,000 volunteers in DISD make a big impact in our schools. You have to look no further than earlier this month at John F. Peeler Elementary School, where kindergarten students were provided with free personalized copies of the book, I Like Me. The book's author, along with DISD General Superintendent Dr. Michael Hinojosa and Dallas Fire Chief Eddie Burns Sr., each read to students. Sponsored by the Rotary Club of Dallas, all told, the Volunteer Reading Initiative provided more than 2,500 kindergarten students in 25 schools books free of charge.
What a great opportunity, and that's what DISD is all about, opportunity. Here now is the story of a unique learning opportunity students use to learn more about their environment. Here's Bridgette with all the details.
Have you ever seen trash in your local creek or lake and wondered how it got there? Most people assume someone threw it in. I know I always did. The Dallas Environmental Science Academy is where students have been studying the effects of stormwater or rain as it relates to the pollution of our area creeks, rivers, and lakes. The students recently took a trip to Paluxy River in Glen Rose, Texas to take water samples.
Well, we tested the waters. We did the conductivity, which is to test if there's electricity flowing a lot in the water. We took the pH scale, the tiration, which is how much oxygen is in the water.
The pH test is something you can do at home. You can get a pH kit from your science teacher or in most pool supply stores.
It's important to have clean water because all of our bodies are made of 70% water, okay? We use it to drink, to cook with, to bathe in, and so we have to have clean water to survive. So that's why it's important to have clean water, and we all need to do what we can to protect it.
It's fun doing this because you get to find out what's in your water and in your rivers and stuff like that.
All students like hands-on learning, and this is just the most wonderful. It's the epitome of hands-on learning. They're doing what scientists do. At the age of 12, they're doing scientific work, and it's an opportunity for them to see what scientists do, to see if they want to go into this profession, and it also gives them the opportunity to explore other options. So I think it's a wonderful, and they really enjoy it a lot.
I think that they love it. I really think that they love it. It's got color changes involved in it. They get to learn about their environment. They get to get out in the water, interact, be in nature. So I really think that it is something that they can enjoy. It gets them out of that mundane classroom setting and makes it more real for them.
It looks like the Delta students have learned a lot on their trip. I know I've learned a lot about water pollution and pH testing. Now here's some easy things we can do to help prevent stormwater pollution and keep Dallas's waterways clean. Don't throw anything down storm drains. Talk to your friends and parents about proper lawn care and carrot maintenance at home. Call 311 if you see a trashy drain or get a bad pH reading. Join the Volunteer Texas Watch program. These are all good ways to help our environment. For Schools on Dallas, I'm Bridgette. Back to you, Darrell and Joanna.
Thanks, Bridgette.
Right now, we're in the Synergistic Lab here at the Longfellow Career Exploration Academy, one of the largest synergistic labs in the state of Texas. Students are able to gain hands-on experience in various vocations ranging from biology to music to genetics. There's a lot to explore.
Which brings us to our last story, which may seem a little creepy at first, but is actually a first-rate history lesson that connects kids with their community.
Let's join Erica to find out more.
Thanks, Darrell and Joanna. I'm here at Greenwood Cemetery near downtown Dallas, where students from William B. Travis Academy will take us on a journey with Voices from the Past, a project they've been working on all year. Come along as we tour this historic graveyard that was founded in 1874.
The Independent Project is based on Greenwood Cemetery here, which is right off McKinney Avenue. It's an old historic cemetery. We choose approximately 20-25 students to portray people who have lived in Dallas. And the time frame is usually from the early 1800s to the mid 1900s.
I thought the project was really, really fun, and when our teacher told us that we were going to be walking around in the cemetery and finding facts about dead people, I thought it was kind of creepy, but also when we actually did it, it was really fun. I'm Minnie H. Miller, and she didn't do anything like famous or anything, but the reason I'm here is to portray what marriage customs of the 1800s were.
It is 1862. My general and friend, Benjamin McClock, was shot yesterday. He was the most loyal of soldiers and always put his men's needs before his own. He was really my mentor, and I loved him dearly.
They put in a lot of hard work into this. Each one of them had to do their own presentation, do their own investigation into the backgrounds of these people, and I am very proud of my son, and everybody did great today, so I'm very proud of what they've accomplished portraying the Cuellar family.
Also, some of our 7th graders have chosen as their project to take information that has existed either from 1850 to 1950 and then create an independent, creative project to show this information that they have gathered.
Every time I hit a home run, clink, the crowd would shout my name. Ernie, Ernie, Ernie. I love that. But that was just the away games. If the away games were that loud, just imagine what the home games were like. They were so loud, you could barely hear yourself think, but I loved it that way. Hello, my name is William Stewart Simpkins, and I am a Confederate soldier. At Fort Sumter, I served under General J.E. Jackson. I heard a federal gunboat creep into the harbor. I woke up all my comrades and fired the first shot in the Civil War.
When we first introduced the Voices from the Past idea to the students, which was last year was our first year to do this, most of them thought it was fairly creepy. They did carry it to a level that I think even the teachers have been surprised. We definitely won the students over.
Now, I'm going to check out the grave of Christopher Slaughter. You know, he was a busy man. He was a cattleman, a trail driver, and a millionaire philanthropist who once owned 40,000 head of cattle. That's a lot of beef. For School Zone Dallas, I'm Erica.
Hey, what's up? Ivan here at the Smirnoff Music Center, where tonight the Grammy Award-winning Black Eyed Peas are getting set to hit the stage. And touring with them is this, the John Lennon Educational Tour Bus. We're on board. Some students from DISD are hard at work composing an original song with top-of-the-line equipment.
The times we had brought a joy in our hearts. The show we had brought a light to our soul.
I think the most exciting part was able to record, compose, write lyrics, and to do the video in one day. That amazed me, so that was really exciting to me.
Students from Booker T. Washington High School for the Performing and Visual Arts worked together to create an original composition to commemorate and celebrate the demolition and construction going on at their school.
Arts means so much to each of us, and it is being torn down, and it is a sad thing, and we wanted to keep the memories of what we had there alive, and everything we did there, and who had been there, and our legacy, and what will become, and we don't want to forget that, so we wanted to remember it, have something to remember it by.
Well, it's been a memorable day. An original song, an original video, and still ahead, the concert tonight. Black Eyed Peas, y'all. For School Zone Dallas, I'm Ivan.
For more information about School Zone Dallas, visit our website at www.dallasisd.org/schoolzone.
Or you can send us an email at schoolzone@dallasisd.org.
One day in the city of Dallas. 516,000 alarm clocks wake up the city. Millions of cars commute to work. And 2,500 planes take to the sky. One day in the Dallas Independent School District, a masterpiece is perfected. Records are broken. New worlds are explored. And the promise of tomorrow becomes a reality. Think you know DISD? Think again.